If you are 60 years and above and you are still chasing fitness with 30-year-old, you may be chasing the wrong thing. Calm down. Let me explain what I mean by what I'm saying. I stopped chasing fitness when I got to enter this age bracket. Stop chasing fitness. Stop competing with people below my age or even people at my age or above me. Stop counting steps and just decided I will enjoy doing my walking, and I'm reaping the benefits even as I speak to you. I want to explain the gains I got out of it. That's why I titled this video, After 60, I Stopped Chasing Fitness, I Just Walk. Now, the benefits of walking I want to explain to you is not the standard type you get on YouTube, you get on Google, where you just type and they give you health statistics, what it does for your bones, your joint, your circulation. All those ones, I believe you are already inundated with them and they are readily available information. What I want to share with you is the unique benefits that I can testify that this is what I am getting out of it. This is what I'm using it for. So I will suggest you grab your cup of coffee or your peanuts or whatever it is, a glass of water, whatever it is, sit down and just enjoy what I'm about to share with you. I'm sharing with you from my heart. If I choose to summarize everything I want to say to you, I will just tell you three things what walking has done for me. It makes me sleep better. I feel better. I feel more confident. And of course, I think better now that I'm doing this walking regularly. Now, so how do I do my walking? That's why I told you I want to speak to you from my heart. I am not competing with anybody. I am not trying to impress anybody with what I am doing. And this is what I will advise to you if you want to get into walking, or if you're already in it, add this to what you do. Okay, though I'm not competing with somebody, but I've experienced some things look funny now. Still was funny then too, though. So let me just share it with you. I remember a particular day, I was in that, go ahead, man, go Ovyay, go Ovyay, go Ovyay, that kind of mood. And I was taking my steps. And while I was doing the walking, a young lady, the way ladies walk, she was just gliding, or you understand what I'm trying to say. And I just noticed that while this young lady was gliding, she just flew past me. And I was like, when I even felt that I was putting all my morale into the walking, I was feeling good with myself. How can this gliding girl just walking musically or rhythmically just glided past me? My reputation was at stake, so I put in more effort. This is an embarrassment to the nation of Ovyay, and I began to put more this thing. And after a while, I began to notice that I better respect myself and allow the gliding girl to go. So these are part of the reasons why I can easily tell you, after 60, I stopped competing with anybody, stopped trying to impress anybody. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my nose so I don't forget what I want to say. So I stopped trying to impress anybody. Let me tell you another story. I have this, she's much older than me. She should be 67, 68 or 69. In my church, she's one of my daughters. She walks too. And on the few occasions I have met her while walking and tried to walk with her, I realized that try to match this lady's stride. No, not that she had longer stride. I have longer strides. I'm taller than her. She just walks, briskly. I tried to match her with what I was doing. I later realized that, well, look, guy, this thing is not a matter of age. Just do your waka. So from now on, I don't know whether she have noticed, she may see this video. When I say, I just tell her, I say, be going, and come here, we'll meet you in the way. The truth between you and myself, which she may see now, is that I didn't want the embarrassment of she's walking better than I do and all the rest. So let me get myself out of the way and tell you other things you may need to hear. In my own walking experience, this is what I do. I don't follow the standard 6,000 steps per day or 10,000 steps per walk, whatever it is they say. You know why? I told you I have stopped impressing anybody. At least say, what are you? Who do you want to impress? Now, what do you want to use the impression for? Now, I didn't say those things are not good. Let me just put this in. Please, so before you start walking, in case this video encourages you, make sure your doctor or whoever it is can give you the right advice, gives you the right advice and make sure you have the right health this thing. So this video is not to say I am now the expert. I'm just sharing my personal experience. What your doctor says, please take it serious. Okay, let's get into it. I was trying to tell you that I don't normally follow all those target of take 6,000 steps, take 10,000 steps, because I realized that, one, it discouraged me from walking anytime I did not meet up those steps. Two, anytime I have to walk now, I'll be looking at my watch. I now have to walk to make sure I make it up. And, I now realize that, look, this is supposed to be something that should be beneficial to me, so that it will no more become a strain to me. I remove all those things. There are days I can get up to 10,000 steps. Sorry, there are days it's 6,000. There are days it's just 3,000. I'm not lying to you. There are days just a patchy 2,000. If I get on the road and I just discover that I just go back home, jeje. Once you remove this desire to impress yourself or to impress somebody else, or you want to just go and just show them, see my health, see my steps I took today and all the rest, there's nothing wrong with that, but I stopped doing that. So it doesn't make me get scared of going for a walk. It doesn't make me feel you are not so much macho. You cannot just take 6,000 steps and all the rest. The pressure is off, and I just enjoy my walk, and that's what I want you to do. Sometimes I walk for 30 minutes. Sometimes I walk for 1 hour. Like I said, I don't have any set times or set goals for the kind of walking I do. There are days I get to where, I start the walking, I realize that my body is in that, go boy, go Ovyay, go Ovyay, go Ovyay. So I start to take my walk, I'm the man, I can do it today. There are other days when I come, my body is in that slow-mo. Oh me, do we really have to do the walk today? Can't we do it another time? So when that happens, I tell myself, we can't do this another time. Anyhow, the tortoise will still get to know us act. It may be slow, it will get there. After all, nobody is putting me under pressure to say you must make the 100 meters today and all the rest, and this must be, So I follow what my body says, because at this age bracket, you have to be very careful. There are times when I start walking, I can go in that brisk walk, and all of a sudden I notice I begin to feel something either in my ankle or in my legs. I've learned to just farabale, just slow down, take a little slowing down, and then allow my body to, come up to terms with what we are doing. And if I still feel it's okay, I continue. But if I feel it's not okay, which has rarely ever happened really, once I slow down, my body just gets back into shape. Sometimes when I start, because of the way I'm feeling, I put too much pressure, begin to walk. So I've learned to do this slow and steady wins the race. So you have to understand how your body is responding. But there are some days I just take off like that, bam, 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 that move, and I'm through with it. So you have to check how your body is responding. If it starts strong, it gets away halfway, you feel some strain or some pull on the leg and all the rest, you have to slow down. So I don't know you who is watching whether you are into walking. I'm just sharing this video to encourage you. It's a walk to add extra to your life and all the rest. So maybe I just want you to just do the walking without making it another burden, another chore, another mountain to climb, another thing to be conquered, and they were supposed to add value to you. Literally now becomes another pressure point, maybe a pain point. If you are walking, you feel pain, sit down. I don't walk all the stretch sometimes. I sit down sometimes in some places, just sit down, and sometimes I rest, sometimes I allow my body to. So it's neither here nor there. It's just a general advice. For security reasons, I, of course, always allow one person to know. Now, since my children have flown the nest, and if my granddaughter superstar is not around, it's just me and my wife. I tell her I'm going out for my walk. She knows how long it normally takes me, like I told you. Sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 1 hour. Depends on whether I stop on the road to sit down, to rest. It can be once, it can be more than once. So I let her know I'm off. She knows where I am at. I hold a little change in my pocket, just in case if my legs get somewhere and they don't want to do the walking anymore, I can hail a taxi cab or get a vehicle to, or of course my phone is always on. She can call me at any time and I can tell her to come get me. But well, let's just say thank God I have never had need to use all the two options. But I always keep my phone available with me, of course, and of course some little cash on me so that if I will be needing it, but I've never needed it. Now let me talk about what you can use walking to achieve, apart from the normal standard health benefits I've explained to you. There are days I use walking for prayer walking, and that is, as I am walking, I'm talking to God. The issues of my life, the issues in my heart, the burdens in my soul, I use that prayer walking to pour them out to God and listen to what He has to say. So it's not just walking, it has now become, it has a spiritual context or angle to it. So you can add prayer walking, or if you like, call it prayer talking, I don't know which is correct, to your walking on the road. At other times, when I am not so happy, maybe something happened and I need to just, I use the prayer walk, I use the walking to pour out my soul, get some air into my hair, just iron things out as I'm walking, breathe a little bit more fresh air in case the air is fresh. But I realize that when I'm not happy, after the walk, I just feel a bit better. Sometimes I talk, sometimes I just don't talk. But I realize that by the time I am concluding, maybe rounding up the walk, I feel better. So it helps me to handle my maybe moods or circumstances better if I can just have a chance to walk and unwind. There are other times I use walking for personal entertainment. Now, my entertainment thing is slightly distinct because I prefer sometimes walking in the night or very early at dawn. I use the walking to enjoy colors. Later in the evening, so in the area I am living, offices, maybe some of them have closed, but they have these neon lights on, all manner of colors are being displayed. I'm somebody who is attracted to RGB and all these colors and all the rest. So you have some colors going like that. So I just enjoy the colors. And one particular thing I enjoy, especially when I take this walk with Superstar, my granddaughter, we look at the trucks. Most of these trucks, I don't know your part, I don't know what happens in your country, but in my part of the country, most of these trucks, they come from the northern part of our nation to my area. They are all well lit up, very colorful. So I walk, sometimes I stop when I see a very, very colored one, all manner of lights all over the body, they are coming and all the rest. When I go with Superstar, my granddaughter, she will be there, squealing, happy and all the rest. We enjoy that walk together. That's true. Superstar have not even come around to walk with me. Yeah, we were together last Sunday, but we have not taken the walk for a while. So maybe when her parents allow her to spend maybe the weekend with us, we'd go out for that walk. And she's like, Granddad, look at our trucks. So sometimes when we drive out in the evening and we are not walking and she's with us, she's like, Daddy, look at our trucks. One of our trucks is coming. So it becomes a thing that the two of us enjoy together. The bikes, some of the bikes, some people just decorate their bikes with lights. Some of the cars have all manner of lights on them. So it becomes like, it gives me, there's some entertainment value to my working experience. I don't know what your own working experience. Do you find any entertainment value in, maybe you walk in the day, maybe you walk in a park, what entertains you when you are doing your own walking? Another thing I use walking to do, now this is strictly still talking about Superstar, my granddaughter, is we use it, I see it as a time where we use it to bond together. When we do the walking, she's like, these are the issues of my life, these are the things that are bothering me, I'm not happy about this, I'm not happy, she just pours her heart out on me, and I also pour my heart to her, and we just talk like just one normal person to the other. I try not to bring parenting in, even though I give her advice, but I don't bring parenting in, so that we feel free. And outside the normal this thing, it's our gist time, it's our bonding time, it's our This is just me and my granddaughter. Well, another thing I use my walking to do is use it to listen to podcasts, use it to listen to sermons, use it to listen to, YouTube, anything I find interesting, I download it. Of course, put my phone in my pocket, put my noise cancellation earpiece on my ear, and off I go listening to messages or whatever it is. Sometimes music too. If I write a music, that's the time I actually play it, maybe like first time, to enjoy and see how it is okay. If I like it, I continue with it, or the corrections I need to make to that piece of song and all the rest. But sometimes I take music from other artists, just listen to the bear, 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 and with each step as I take the step, bear, 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 just anything that will give me entertainment value. So it could be podcast, music, all of the rest. You have what I'm saying. Of course, when I'm listening to the music, if it is like a podcast, if it has anything important, I stop sometimes to take notes and to write down what I have noted so that I will not forget. Now, another thing I use this thing to do, the walking to do, is to spiritually train myself. Now, what do I mean by that? When people are coming, sometimes I'll just say, Lord, give me a word for this person. If He gives me that word, I don't stop them to say, "Thus saith the Lord." I just speak the word to them. Sometimes the Holy Spirit opens my eyes. I see people. Sometimes I can see some of their problems. So God just give me a word in season. I use it to speak it to the atmosphere, speak to the people. So it becomes a spiritual exercise. Sometimes somebody is walking towards me and I say, Holy Spirit, show me this person. And sometimes I see spiritual aspect of that person's life. I have never stopped anybody to say, this is what God is saying and all the rest. But I just use it to speak a word to the weary. Sometimes it fills my heart with His own presence. I've had some very wonderful spiritual encounters while I am walking, especially this spiritual district. I remember there was a day. This was in the morning as I was walking. I started singing Paul Wilbur's song. This, show me your face, oh Lord, show me your face. I kept singing that song, that show me your face, oh Lord. Moses stood on the mountain waiting for you to pass. I kept singing the song over and over, singing it over and over, until suddenly I noticed as I was walking, someone else was walking with me. So when I saw it was the Lord Himself. The Lord Jesus was walking with me, and I started singing that song in my heart. I was walking with Him. At a point, I remember I said, you may not understand what I'm saying, but that's what it was all about. I said, Lord, because it was in the morning, people were busy, were just coming out of their houses, very few people on the street. I said, Lord, people will not know that you are working directly with me, stride for stride. Now, I'm not saying it to impress you, but that was what it's all about. So you can get spiritual value out of it. I didn't say it happened because of the song. I don't know why it happened. It has not happened like that before. And I've not had that particular experience again. I've had other experiences, but I'm just trying to make you understand you can get spiritual value out of your walking. Okay. This is like a fun part of it too. I use my walking to also people watch. Sometimes you can get to the park and sit down. And while you sit, you're watching people pass by. People have interesting ways of walking. Some people walk, some people glide, like that girl who embarrassed me. Some people bounce, some people just slide, some people slow, some people fast, some people shake when they are walking, some people, all manner of walking style. Now, I'm not saying it like I'm watching them in a bad way, just to, just casual observations, maybe just for entertainment value, not to body shame, not to mock, not to name call. I just use it to just entertain myself. If I'm not sitting down, I'm walking, I'm looking at the way people that are approaching me, the way they walk. Sometimes I take in the colors of their clothes, but none of it is done with malicious intent or for any dark or dirty or sinister reason. I've noticed that it helps me make or come in contact with fresh people or sometimes new people. Now, what do I mean by new people? I'm talking of, now, if you frequently walk in a particular area, after some times you will start to know or meet with daily, of course, the people who also walk in that area. After some times you start greeting. Sometimes we don't greet, we just clap our hands, the other person claps back, and you just walk by each other. You start knowing the regular Joes, and once in a while you meet the Johnny Just Come. And what do I mean by the JJC? The Johnny Just Come are the people who suddenly just got inspired to start walking. How do I know that their journey just come? I'm not saying this in a bad way now. It is because the journey just comes, you see them fresh new headphones, fresh new socks, fresh and new canvas, outfit is new, everything is sharp new. You know, a good number of those JJCs don't last long in this our world of walking. You see him like that maybe for a week or for 2 weeks, and after some time you don't see them anymore. The passion is gone or something, I don't know. That's why I told you my own walking, I don't set targets. I must walk 4,000 steps a day. All those things just add pressure. So when people start, they start in that, oh yeah, and then I don't know what happens. The idea just fizzles out or something. So, but the good part of it is I get to make friends with the regular Joes and see the journey just come. Sometimes I see couples, husband and wife walking, and I just see it as maybe it's a bonding time for them too. Some holding hands together, some don't, and just various types. You know, some the wife is walking in the front, the husband at the back, side by side. One person is at the back. Whatever style, whatever works. One other strong benefit that I get out of walking it helps me, gives me not an illusion now. It helps give me the guarantee of keeping my independence longer. You see, when you walk and you are moving your body parts, you are moving your muscles, you see, I don't want to grow up, rather get old to be this helpless old man that they have to push and start before he can start moving. Your children don't have to come to you. You'll be sitting for too long, get up. I like this habit to be in me that I walk all the time, because the older you get, you may get slower, and if you don't use it, you may lose it. So I keep my motor functions working. I keep my body moving and all the rest. And I pray by God's grace I don't become a burden to anybody. I just feel, yes, there are health benefits, but I don't want to go into all those health benefits of walking. All I can say is it helps me keep my independence, at least I believe, longer. And of course, I must not forget this. There is this principal benefit after all the walking. When I get back home, I sleep like a baby. My muscles are tired. I sleep well. One thing a good walk does for you is when you hit the bed, guy, you are gone. Till the alarm wakes you up, or the Holy Spirit wakes you up, or your spouse wakes you up, you are gone. It allows me to sleep because it unwinds you, and all those things. So, what is the conclusion of the matter? Let me read the way I concluded it for you. I said, for me, walking is not about fitness records. It's about life, reflection, prayer, and peace. So I say to you, after 60, I stopped chasing fitness. I just walk and enjoy my walk. You see, how often do I walk? Apart from any day I'm not in town and I cannot walk where I go to, and apart from the days when I preach, so I use my preaching as part of my walking. Apart from those days, I walk every day. It can be evening, it can be morning. It depends on time, but I try my best to walk every day. I have a treadmill in the house. I also use that too, but the outside one sometimes, I enjoy it better. Okay, I agree that I may not be the fastest I would have loved to be when I'm walking, but every step reminds me that I am still moving, I am still thinking, I am still living, and I'm grateful to God. So this is the benefits I get out of walking. I don't know, what are the benefits you get out of walking? Maybe I can learn from you or get something from you that I can add to my own. Why don't you put it in the comment section? And if you like what I've been sharing on this channel, please try to subscribe to the channel. Please try to comment so that other people in this age bracket this message will benefit, it will get to them. You know what the algorithm does when you like, comment, and share, and of course subscribe. Do it now that I'm saying it so that you will not forget. So God bless you. Let me have your own experiences and comments, and then till next time, I'll see you again. Remain blessed.